Hello and welcome to AIQ, the Artificial Intelligence Quotient podcast. I'm Durganshu, and today we are going to talk about AI versus human, which one is better at what. So today's discussion is going to be very broad. We are not going to cover anything specific, but we'll talk more about what exactly is artificial intelligence and what its different capabilities are and how different or similar it is to humans when in terms of processing information or performing different kinds of tasks. So, to carry on this discussion, we have with us Dr. Rishabh Vajpayee, who is an AI expert with extensive knowledge in the field. Welcome, Dr. Vajpayee.
Thank you, Durganshu. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, let's start with the very basic question. What do you think exactly is AI?
There are several ways to define AI or artificial intelligence. I will stick to a generalized definition. So, AI is referred as a simulation of human intelligence in machines that are programmed to think and learn like humans. This includes a range of technologies from simple rule based systems to complex machine learning models that can process natural language processing, recognize patterns, and even exhibit forms of creativity. So there are like four different types of AIs. One is reactive machines. These are basic models that react to a specific input without memory or learning capabilities. Then we have limited memory machines. These have a limited understanding of past events, so they do have this memory. Then we have
Okay.
theory of mind machines. These represent an early form of general intelligence and poses a theory of mind. Then in last we do have self-aware machines. Self-aware machines are AI systems that have self-awareness. So broadly, like these are four different types of AIs, and these intelligence are designed to simulate human intelligence in machines.
This is actually quite a nice categorization that you just mentioned. Uh, just a follow-up question on that. So you mentioned these four categories of AIs. So when it comes to processing information on just a very broader sense, so when it comes to processing information, how different or how similar AI is when it compares to humans?
Yeah, that's a great question. So before I dive into like how these things work, these two intelligent works, I will first explain what is the core of AI and compare to human how it is different. So at its core, AI excels at processing vast amount of data quickly and accurately. It is particularly good at identifying patterns and making predictions based on those patterns. AI can
Okay.
operate continuously without fatigue, making it ideal for tasks that require consistency and endurance. On the other hand, human excel in areas that require emotional intelligence, ethical decision making, and complex problem solving skills that involve a high degree of contextual understanding. Now let's try to understand like how these two intelligence are different on their basic fundamental units on basic fundamental level. So let's first discuss AI. So for AI, the basic processing units are algorithms and artificial neural networks. These systems process information through a series of mathematical operations. For example, in machine learning, an artificial neural network consists of a layer of nodes or neurons, which where each node performs a simple computation. Data flows through these nodes, and the network adjusts based on these results, improving its ability to recognize pattern or make decisions over time. So basically, when we train neural networks, the weight of these neurons and the connection between these neurons changes over time, and they learn how to process the given information. And when we talk about like humans, so on the other hand, like human process information through biological neurons in the brain. These neurons are very complex cells, and these neurons communicate with each other by with some kind of connections, and they use electrical and chemical signals to communicate with each other, similar to artificial neurons where we have connections. We also have connections in our biological neurons in our brain. The human brain consists of about 86 million neurons, which form a vast neural network. And this neural network processes sensory information, experiences, and memory to make decisions. Human cognition involves not just processing raw data, but also intuition, emotion, and context understanding.
Okay. Yeah, very well explained. So just to summarize it, like AI processes information in a linear and a kind of a mathematical way, while humans use a more complex and kind of an integrated way. Or
Yeah, exactly.
is that? Mhm.
Yeah, AI's strength lies in its ability to handle large volume of data and perform repetitive tasks with high precision. It can process data at incredible speed and scale, making it ideal for tasks like data
Mhm.
analysis, pattern recognition, and automation. And human excels at integrating diverse type of information and applying
Mhm.
abstract thinking. We
Yep.
use our experiences, emotions, and social contexts to make decisions and solve problems
Mhm.
in the way that AI currently can't replicate. And this difference is in processing also highlights why AI and human can complement each other so well. AI can handle the heavy lifting of data processing, and
Mhm.
while human bring the new nuanced understanding and creativity to interpret and act on that data.
Well, you yeah answered quite comprehensively. I'll just break a few things in your answers, and I'll ask more questions on this. And just to start with, progressing our discussion, uh, what tasks is AI already better at than humans? So like we already keep thinking about different roles or different tasks where AI is performing really well.
Yeah.
So, given the information or given the background that you just portrayed about AI, which jobs or tasks can it actually replace that conventionally humans have been doing?
Now, AI is particularly good at tasks that involves large-scale data
Mhm.
analysis, rapid processing, and precision. For example, AI excels in analyzing medical images to detect
Mhm.
conditions like tumor. It is also used in financial trading to execute trades at high speed based on market data. In customer service, AI chatbot handle routine
Mhm.
inquiries efficiently. Jobs like data entry, quality control in manufacturing, and
Mhm.
even certain aspects of legal research can be performed more efficiently by AI than a human. So these are a few areas where I believe that AI is better than human, and also it is
Yeah.
kind of replacing human. And in future we will see more replacement and more changes in job
Okay.
type of job in these particular areas.
So you mentioned that like you gave a very clear differences between the different use cases or different tasks that AI can replace, but at some point you mentioned that humans are better in tasks that require
Yeah.
emotional intelligence. So could you please elaborate a more on that? And apart from that, are there any other areas where like humans are still
Mm.
better when it compares to artificial intelligence?
Yeah, as I explained, human excels in tasks that require emotional intelligence, ethical decision making, and
Mm-hmm.
complex problem solving that involves a high degree of contextual understanding. For instance, in healthcare,
Yep.
while AI can assist with diagnostics, doctors provide the necessary human touch and empathy in patient care. Similarly, in leadership roles, humans are better in inspiring and managing people, understanding social dynamics, and making ethical
Mm-hmm.
judgment. We don't want an AI to be our president, right? So, yeah, in those roles, we definitely want a human to take proper decisions uh, and make something that is not only good for society but also good for humanity in general. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice example actually. There are certain things that only humans need to do right now, and they should be doing it, not any AI. But yeah, I mean AI, it's very capable, and like there are a lot of tasks that in fact humans can only do right now. But are there any tasks that AI will never be able to perform? I
Oh.
understand you partly answer this question that AI can never be the president of any country. So apart from that, that are there any other tasks that AI will never be able to perform?
Yeah, I said that we don't want AI to be the president of any country, but I didn't say it can never happen. It can happen. I mean, so it's like very challenging to say never, but there are tasks that AI currently struggle with and might continue to for the like foreseen future. These include tasks that require deep emotional intelligence, cultural understanding, and ethical reasoning. Creative endeavors that require a high degree of originality and human experience, such as creating art that resonate on a deeply personal level, are also challenging for AI. So let's say if I want to give a gift to my friend and I want a personal touch in that deciding that gift, AI may not able to decide like what type of gift I want to give and how will I add that personal touch in that gift. So those are the challenging areas for current AI models, and we know that like AI is capable of doing a lot of things. We know that AI is now writing code and training other AI models. Soon it will start conducting research in various scientific fields, like in material science. It can perform various simulation and give us different type of structures and materials with like certain properties. So definitely like AI is like going in that direction and should be able to conduct research in many scientific fields. However, no matter how advanced AI becomes in these tasks, we will always need someone to ensure that AI is operating correctly and
Yeah,
not posing a threat to humanity.
exactly. Yeah, and like when it comes to threats to humanity, then there's obviously an ethical and social implications of all this. Like there's already been discussion that we already know that AI is already performing certain tasks in a very nice way, and at one end, it's very comfortable for humans to basically replace all those trivial tasks. For example, as you also mentioned, like writing trivial sets of codes or writing some Python scripts which can plot a graph or something like that. It might be comforting now, but in the long run, could these mean any negative impacts for other job roles or especially employments for humans in the future? Could that have some impact?
Yeah, sure. So right now, like we are using AI on everyday basis. We are using Alexa, Siri, Google Assistant, and these assistants are basically not replacing our like replacing any human, but they are doing a part. In future, this will become a problem when we will have AI models everywhere, and they will be doing most of our work. So it is a crucial point to consider. While AI can greatly enhance productivity and efficiency, it also poses significant challenges. The displacement of job is a major concern. Many roles that involve routine tasks are at risk, which can lead to economic and social uphill. It's essential to address these impact by investing in education and training programs to help people adapt to new roles.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say in companies where we want AI models to be
Mm-hmm.
used, we don't want those AI model to replace human. We just want human to start using those models and improve their efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
So we need those people to get proper training of using these AI models. Ethical consideration are also important, ensuring that AI is used responsibly and transparency to avoid
Mm-hmm.
biases and ensure accountability. In simple terms, we will need extreme, robust, semi-dynamic
Mm-hmm.
protocols to regulate the use and growth of AI in future.
So, you mentioned productivity, but I mean, people already are like, the skill level, which I mean, when it comes to skill level, then there are people with different kinds of skill sets. And yeah, productivity is something that AI can definitely improve upon, or when properly used, AI is a very nice tool for efficient or productive usage. But apart from that, I mean, do people need to do anything else? Or is it no longer suitable to study conventional areas? or conventional degrees, pursued conventional degrees like those in computer science or any other fields
Yeah.
of areas which are replaceable. So, do you suggest that we could have newer programs, newer study courses which are probably built on artificial intelligence and not just those conventional topics or studies that people used to do?
Yeah, definitely. Like it's a really good question, and we like in different educational system we need to incorporate such type of courses and training
Mm-hmm.
where we are training how to use certain AI models to improve our skill set and improve our efficiency. So I believe that we should always study the basics and the fundamentals of any concept so that when we are using AI, we can understand like how AI is making that decision and whether that decision made by AI is right or not. If it's not, then we should be able to do that by ourselves from scratch. So, like I am giving you an example. Let's say after 25 years, we have AI models everywhere and they are doing most of our work. Most of work where we don't need any intellectual or highly complex understanding of the problem. So, in those areas, AI will give us some recommendations, and if we don't have the fundamental knowledge of how that particular problem like how that particular thing works, how will we able to use that recommendation? We will have to like just blindly rely on AI's recommendation and do our work. But let's say if AI made a mistake and we don't have fundamental knowledge of that particular problem, then
Yep.
we will take some problematic decisions. So that can be a problem. So let's say in those situations, how will we deal with those situations and how will we improve our education system to deal with these challenges? So I believe that in our educational system we should have all type of or different levels of courses starting from fundamentals to advanced, and then how can we solve or simplify these fundamental and complex issues by using AI tools. So AI, we should consider AI as a tool, not a replacement of our conventional methods. Similarly, what we do in like engineering, we apply concept of sciences in engineering, but
Yep.
still we read science. We just don't ignore it. We use those tools. We make some assumptions, but we are aware of those assumptions. Similarly, when we will use AI, we will have to make some assumptions about uncertainties, about different biases. But if we know that we are making those assumptions, and in this particular problem, we can make those assumptions, it is fine to make those exceptions, then it should be fine. We can use those tools. But in scenarios where we can't make those assumptions, we
Yep.
should be able to go back to our conventional methods and then deal with that problem.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean that clears that the doubt I had. So basically, like using your wisdom to like get all your to be familiar with the fundamentals and using AI as a tool to improve your productivity or use AI as a tool to solve some of your trivial problems, but having some understanding of the fundamentals which form that concept or form the fundamentals of the program, that's also very important.
Yeah,
So,
Dhunanshu, I also want to add one point. Sorry to interrupt.
yeah.
So, the thing is, like, if you look at the educational system and how it changes over time of different
Mm-hmm.
countries, so it takes years, 10 years, several, like, sometime more than decades to revise the syllabus.
Yep.
But AI is like changes very quickly, and how can we change or adjust our education system or syllabus
Yep.
so that we can incorporate those changes in AI. So that is a really big problem. And I believe that we need a dynamic kind of educational system where syllabus changes every month or every year. So the frequency of changes should be very fast, and that syllabus should be able to um, understand how AI is evolving and
Mm-hmm.
how should we like um, incorporate those changes and
Mm-hmm.
improve our understanding so that we can have um a combined approach of conventional tools and of using conventional tools and AI models.
Yeah, I also agree with your point. And it's just that even, especially when it comes to higher education and bachelor's degree or master's degree, then it definitely needs to be very updated with what's going on right now. And certainly, I mean, we have seen, we have experienced this while being learning or attending the courses. That many times these courses are not very updated. So I guess it will become more important to keep those contents or syllabus as updated as possible. But yeah, thank you so much for your answers on this. And yeah, I mean that was quite nice. And one thing that I also that popped on my mind is when it comes to future. So what do you see as the future of AI and humans working together? So
Yeah.
I'm on a very like broader view. Like how do you envision that thing? How would that look like?
Yeah, I envision a future where AI and human complement each other. AI will handle
Mhm.
tasks like data intensive and require high precision, while human will
Mhm.
focus on strategic, ethical, and interpersonal aspect of those problems.
Yeah.
This synergy can lead to more innovative solutions and improve quality of life. However, achieving this balance required thoughtful integration of AI, addressing ethical concerns, and ensuring that
Mhm.
the workforce is prepared for these challenges ahead. We need to train workers of all the levels for using AI to improve their workflow.
Mhm.
And I firmly believe that everyone will be interacting with AI more than with humans in the next 10 years.
Oh, this is a very big claim, I would say, but yeah, it's I mean that's a nice thing to know. In fact, in advance, that's also sounds like a very promising collaboration. And are there any recent advancements in AI that illustrate the synergy between AI and human capabilities?
Yeah, absolutely. One exciting development in the field of augmented intelligence,
Mm-hmm.
where AI systems are designed to enhance human decision making rather than replacing it. For example, IBM's Watson is being
Mm-hmm.
used to oncology to help doctor analyzing large volumes of medical literature and patient data to identify potential treatment options.
Yeah.
Another example is in the field of creativity, where AI tools are being used to assist in music composition
Mm-hmm.
and graphic design, providing artists with new tools and inspiration while they retain creative control.
Yeah.
I personally like AI generated art a lot, and I feel that it is growing very quickly in the field of creativity.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I also personally have used these DALI on or the Copilot features of Bing, which can generate a lot of images. So yeah, we can play a lot with
Yeah.
them. So yeah, those are very fantastic examples. And before we just wrap up everything, and I just have one final question, like, what do you think are the key challenges we need to address to ensure a harmonious integration between AI and human efforts and capabilities?
Okay, key challenges. Uh, One of the key challenges is ensuring that AI systems are transparent
Mhm.
and their decision making processes are understandable to humans,
Mhm.
so explainable AI. This is a crucial for building trust and ensuring accountability.
Yep.
So the autopilot mode of Tesla is facing problem because of accountability, right?
Mhm.
So we need to like address this particular challenge. Another challenge is addressing biases in AI. As AI system can, so these AI systems they are basically trained on large data,
Mhm.
and based on the data they can have some biases based on data, and the training methodology used for these models can have some biases, and also we can have some um, input that can actually affect the way AI model thinks.
Mhm.
So these kind of interventions can change the model, the structure of model itself. So these challenges are also very big challenges in, using of AI systems, where we, so to benefit human.
Yeah.
Additionally, there is a need of ongoing education and training for people
Mm-hmm.
to efficiently work alongside AI,
Yeah.
as well as thoughtful consideration of ethical implications and impact of jobs
Yeah.
and society as a whole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Vajpayee, and for sharing all your insights with us. And I'd say it was very enlightening and very informative discussion.
Yeah, thank you, Durganshu. It was a pleasure to be here.
And thank you for all the listeners for tuning into AIQ this time. If you really like this episode, so don't forget to subscribe our channel, and feel free to post any comments or reach out to us to have to share us any topics that you would like to discuss upon, or anything that you want us to create next podcast on. And thank you so much for having us, and thank you so much, Rishabh, again,
Yeah, thank you for nice questions.
and thank you so much. Yeah. And stay curious and stay informed.